3 friggin' weeks on the carnivore diet and the scalp condition that haunted me for 40 friggin' years was gone. Is that incredible or what? Amazing. Today I'm going to talk about what keto and carnivore has done for my hair and scalp. I've always had fine hair, as in each individual strand is thin, but I had a lot of individual strands, so it looked full. And it stayed that way until my early 30s, when I got married and when I was pregnant with my first child. That's when I noticed it started falling out. I looked down on the shower floor one day and was horrified by all the hair I found there. And it just started from there and never really improved. People assured me that, oh, that's normal when you're pregnant due to all the hormonal changes. And once you have the baby, it will fill out again. It never did. For my first pregnancy, I gained a whopping 80 pounds, and I lost 40 of it pretty easily the first 3 or 4 months, and then it just stopped. And I told my doctors that it had stopped, but I was working harder than ever at trying to lose the weight, and it just would not come off. And in fact, I had started gaining again. But I think they just thought, oh, that's baloney. She's just eating too much. And then I got pregnant with the second one. And after the pregnancy, my menstrual cycle was super out of whack. I was on my period more days a month than I was off of it. And the flow was super heavy. I felt like I couldn't even leave the house. But the solution was birth control pills. Desperate to be free from all of that, I gave it a try for maybe 6 months. It didn't do a thing. So I finally ended up getting a hysterectomy. They never did figure out the cause. So if they don't know what it is, they just cut off that body part. Or they try to mask the symptoms with drugs, never looking for the true cause. That's sort of been my history over the course of my life. So I finally just said, screw it. I'm taking matters into my own hands. It took me 20 years to finally take matters into my own hands with the keto diet and the carnivore diet. And once I did that, my hair started growing back, and should have done it long ago. It's still thin, especially in the front area, but it's definitely growing back thicker and less frizzy and coarse. It actually has a slight sheen to it, so I'm pretty happy about that. And and let's not forget my scalp condition. I've had scalp problems as long as I can remember. One of my earliest memories, in fact, is of being on the porch swing with my mom. I was probably maybe 4 years old, but I remember she used to pick these big flakes out of my hair. Almost a pleasant memory of hanging out with my mom on the porch. But she called it cradle's cap. I'm not sure if that's a real thing, but someone can look it up and let me know. And then when I was 13 or 14, I discovered this red, scaly itchy rash on my scalp. And it's been diagnosed as different things by different doctors. It's been called eczema, psoriasis, a fungal infection, and other things I have long forgotten. It's been treated by ointments, antifungals, antibiotics, special shampoo, and nothing has ever really helped. The severity kind of ebbs and flows over the course of my life, but it is always there. I remember in my late 20s when I went on a vegetarian diet. It's called the Alleluia diet. It's a strict vegetarian diet, and it does eliminate the processed foods, no flour, no sugar, no junk food. So just getting that out of my life helped heal a lot of health issues. And people would tell me that my skin looked like it was glowing. I remember that. So I was hopeful that my scalp condition would go away as well. It never did on the Alleluia diet. And in fact, when I started the keto diet last summer in 2022, I had hopes that it would improve. But unfortunately, on the keto diet, the scalp condition was the worst it has ever been. And if you're easily grossed out, you might want to plug your ears. It got so bad while I was on the keto diet. If I would take my hand and scrape my fingernails on my scalp, I would come back and the underneath of my fingernails would be full of like a yellowish crumbly dandruff, fully caked. If I did this, scratch my head, it would be a blizzard of flakes all down the front of my shirt or the back of my shirt. And once I switched to the keto diet back in April, within 3 weeks, it was gone. 3 friggin' weeks on the carnivore diet, and the scalp condition that haunted me for 40 friggin' years was gone. Is that incredible or what? Amazing. Oh, while we're on the topic of hair, one more amazing thing that I've discovered on the carnivore diet. Back in my mid-30s, I started losing my eyelashes. They did not grow back. There wasn't even enough to bother trying to put on mascara. Last week, I realized I have eyelashes again. It's a small thing, but wow, who would have guessed just eating meat would have so many benefits? So I don't know if the carnivore diet will help me save my thyroid gland, but with all the other little positive side effects, it's certainly worth doing in my eyes. And if you're watching and you're on the fence about doing the carnivore diet, I hope my experiences help you decide. D-Dot, signing out.